Alright, check this out. I'm inside Claude Code right now, and what's crazy is, the model I'm using here is completely free. I asked it to build this modern tic-tac-toe game, and within moments it generated the full UI, styling, and game logic. No GPU, no local models, no expensive API bills, and this is running on my normal laptop. Now watch this. I will ask, what model are you running? And it responds MiniMax M2.5 free so quickly. And by the end of this video, you'll have this exact setup running on your own machine for free. There's also one important privacy detail that almost no one mentions in tutorials like this, and we'll talk about that later in the video. Everyone was hyping local AI setups recently. Run models on your machine. Use Ollama, own everything locally. Sounds great until your laptop starts struggling. Most developers don't have RTX GPUs, 64 GB RAM, and expensive workstations, and once you start using AI coding agents, local setups get slow fast. Laggy responses, high RAM usage. Laptop turns into a heater. That's why cloud-based AI coding is exploding right now. Developers want speed, smooth workflows, large context, without spending thousands on hardware. And honestly, this MiniMax setup is one of the smoothest free solutions I've tested so far. So let's set it up. First, install Claude Code. The installation commands are different for Windows, Mac, and Linux. I've already placed all commands in the description so you can copy-paste everything. Once installed, open your terminal and type Claude. If you see the Claude Code interface, you're good to go. Now head over to the OpenCode website. From the top menu, click on Zen and then hit Get Started with Zen. You can sign in using either your Google account or GitHub, whichever is easier for you. Now pay attention to this part because it's important. You'll notice an option that says Enable Billing. Just ignore it. For this setup, you don't need a credit card, you don't need a paid plan. We're doing this completely free. Once you're signed in, you'll see MiniMax 2.5 free available. This is the model we'll be using for today's setup. Now let's go ahead and copy the API key and keep it somewhere secure. One quick heads up though, treat your API key exactly like a password. Don't share it publicly, don't upload it to GitHub, and definitely don't expose it accidentally while recording or live streaming. Now comes the interesting part. Let's connect everything together. Inside VS Code, open the Claude configuration folder using code.claude command and then open the settings JSON file. Here we'll make a few small changes. We're updating the API endpoint, selecting the MiniMax model, and adding our API key. What we're basically doing here is telling Claude Code, hey, instead of using Anthropic directly, use MiniMax for this session. And that's pretty much the entire trick. Now paste the API key we copied earlier from the OpenCode website, save the file, and restart Claude Code. Now watch this part carefully. As soon as Claude Code launches, it automatically picks up the custom configuration we just added. Select yes, hit enter, and boom, MiniMax 2.5 free is now active inside Claude Code. Now let's see how it actually performs. Let's type hi and see how it responds. Alright, that took around 10 seconds, which is pretty normal in terminal mode since Claude Code may take a moment to process things in the background. Try this on your system and let me know in the comments how long hi took to respond. I want to see who gets the fastest setup. Now let me show you something interesting. The VS Code extension feels much more responsive for everyday use. Go ahead and install the official Claude Code extension. Once it's done, you'll notice the Claude icon appear in the left panel, and you'll also see it pop up in the top right corner of VS Code. Just open it up, and because we already set everything up earlier, it automatically picks up our MiniMax configuration. No extra setup needed. And now you get everything right inside your editor: AI chat, coding help, agent workflows, and even file editing. Honestly, having all of this built directly into VS Code feels surprisingly smooth for a free setup. Before we wrap up, let me show you something really quick. Remember the tic-tac-toe game I showed at the beginning? I built this using the exact same setup we just created, Claude Code with MiniMax free. I gave it a simple prompt to create a tic-tac-toe game in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You'll notice I also added, output the code directly in chat and do not use tools or file editing. I did that intentionally because with this setup, generating code directly in chat is currently more reliable and keeps things smooth. So instead of trying to automatically create or edit files, I simply let it generate the code and I handle the files myself. Alright, I'm going to fast forward this part so we're not sitting here watching code generate line by line. I'll let it do its thing and I'll be back once everything is ready. Alright, the code generation is done and our game is ready. Let's run it and test it out. Nice, we've got a clean dark UI, smooth animations, winner detection, highlighted winning moves, and even a score counter. And the cool part, all of this came from a single prompt using the exact same setup we created today. Now let's quickly talk about the one thing I mentioned at the beginning, privacy. This setup is free right now, but remember, if something is free, there's usually some trade-off involved. So avoid sharing sensitive information like production code, private API keys, passwords, or confidential project data. For learning, testing, side projects, and experimenting, this setup is great. Just be mindful about what you upload. And overall, I think this is easily one of the coolest free AI coding setups available right now. I've added all the commands and configuration steps in the description, so definitely try it out while the free access is still available. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing and let me know in the comments what AI tool or setup you want me to test next. And if you enjoyed this one, I've put 2 more videos on screen right now that I think you'll really like, so make sure to check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.